Recording in progress.
Recording in progress.
We are recording.
Recording in progress.
Beautiful day outside, and we're inside a booth.
Maybe we should do the whole podcast like this. Maybe we should sound like Stephen Hawking.
Oh dear. Hello, everybody. Good afternoon. This is Tam Ricky, and welcome to Bants with Boo. It is Friday afternoon. I'm once again joined by my very, 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 very good friend, Mr. Ricardo Rojas.
My people, how are we this lovely Friday? That stupid laugh. You've been doing that more and more on stage.
Hello.
Do it.
Stupid. Got to do something. Got to do something to pass the time.
Kills me.
Pass the time. So this is episode 7, I believe, right?
It is episode 7. We've got 7 under our belt.
Got 7. And
7.
One of my lucky numbers, we thought we'd go full out and go all about pet peeves.
This is just going to be a podcast of booze rants.
Yeah, so there will be no bants, booze breakdown today because
I like the music. I might just put it in anyway. I like the music. I'm going to put it in.
I'm sure I can find it. I'll pick one and then throw in a booze breakdown. I'll think of one.
And now it's time for Booze Breakdown.
Okay, go. So how are we going to do this?
You know what? I'm not as planned as I normally am for this one today because I just thought there's no way of structuring this. I thought about doing topics, but then I just thought, do you know what? Nah, let's just say what comes to mind and just have a good old moan about it.
This could be so. This could go so wrong. This could go so wrong.
It could go very wrong. Actually, you're very correct. But we could do topics, but why? Let's just if it goes all over the place, it goes all over the place.
Should we do?
Give people what they want.
What if we do one each?
Yeah, let's do that. We'll go back and forth.
It's like tennis, like a good game of tennis.
Yeah, and we could discuss, whatever comes up, and then you can
like we're at Wimbledon.
Yeah.
Okay,
right,
who's serving? You should serve.
Okay, I'll serve. I'll serve. My first one, pet peeve. One of my biggest pet peeves.
Yeah.
Is going to involve my wife actually because she does it.
Hey, are you sure you want to get into this? Are you sure?
Yeah, I'm gonna start big.
Oh God!
So when you go to the fridge or you go to the cupboard and you open that jar and you think, oh, I'm gonna have some jam on my toast. So you go to the fridge, open the jar. You're looking at, and at the bottom of the jar is less than a hobbit's worth full of jam left. And it's back in the fridge, and you're like, why the hell has anyone put this back when there's literally nothing in it? Now, she is dreadful for this kind of thing. There'll be bags of chips which have been put back in the cupboard, crackers put back in the cupboard with like 2 or 3 chips left in them. Do you know what I mean? Because she has this thing in her head where she can't finish the packet, but she'll put it back. Same with like jams, jars of anything, like, you'll open a little, pickles, open some pickles up. There'll be one half munged pickle at the bottom of it. I'm like, it drives me crazy.
I mean, you can't leave one half munged pickle. You eat the whole pickle or nothing.
She does. Or, like she might have sliced it and then let her put a little Harvey back or something like that. A little Harvey back.
Listen, I've got one phrase for you. Waste not, want not. All right. So obviously, Kim just doesn't like to waste food. All right. He's coming from a person that actually does the same thing. I tend to do that. And not my wife, God bless her. She wants to kill me every time I do it.
Yeah. There's a reason for that. Because I would rather you threw the thing away. Throw it away. Just throw it away. Don't be leaving less than a hobbit's worth full of food. What am I going to do with that? What am I going to do with half a cracker?
Where did hobbit's worth come from?
Because it's so tiny, it's pointless. Like a pointless little hobbit's worth. They're so annoying. It's so because you're like you get and you know because it's the anticipation of like, oh, I really fancy some whatever it is, jam. Really fancy some jam, and you get in there and you open it and you're like, oh, piss off.
You know the answer to that though. You just have to get a hobbit's worth of piece of bread or toast to go with a hobbit's worth of jam.
I'm sure if I opened the cupboard, I could because she's left half a cracker in the fucking cupboard as well. Do you know what I mean? So I'll be starving. I'll be skinny before you know it.
It's amazing. I love that. That's a pet peeve.
That's a big pet peeve.
That's a big one. That's
a
big one.
It's annoying. Don't do it. Just don't do it. Either eat it or throw it away.
All right. Is it my one?
Yeah, go.
My one. All right. Now I'm pretty chilled, so I don't have many. I mean, I do have some pet peeves.
Yes, you do.
I do.
Everyone has them.
I do. I hate. It really bugs me when you're on public transport, right?
Yeah.
Or like an airplane, and you have to share seats with someone, don't you?
Oh,
and
yeah.
I hate when someone just commands the use of the armrest for themselves and doesn't share that motherfucker. Right?
Yeah.
It really pisses me off. I'm like, who are you to impose your elbow on this armrest and claim it as your own? I think there's a silent pact between people that happens. It's like, hey, share and share alike. You know, don't be coming in full ball with your full fat elbow and taking that full freaking armrest off me, right?
But okay, so here's the thing. So on an airplane, because obviously those armrests are like, again, hobbit armrests. Hobbits are everywhere. They're tiny. Why are they so small? And B, how do you sort of share it in a sense? Do you know what I mean?
How do you share it? I think you've got to, it's that little dance you do at the beginning, isn't it? You get on the plane and you're like, oh, hello, hi, how you doing? Oh, sorry, do you mind if yeah, great. You know, and then you kind of start dancing with the person next to you. It's like a lovely tango. There should be music for it, you know. Dun, 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 dun. Then you just start feeling your way and you're like, okay, and you position there. And you never go for the full armrest the first time. You kind of always leave a bit for the other person, don't you?
No, right? I don't know.
Are you saying that you go for full on?
Because I'm trying to think about how they work now. Because don't they have the armrests now which can pop up and pop down, don't they, as well? Those ones which you can slide up and down on planes.
What are you going to do if you're sitting next to someone? Put the armrest up so you can cuddle.
Yeah, that's true. Embarrassing. Right. That's embarrassing.
You always got to leave some, but it's the people that just go full bore for the full armrest that really gets me. That's just inconsiderate. You just don't do that.
No, I agree. Right? I've got another one for you just on that, basically. Just because during that in that zone of airplanes, because airplanes drive me crazy anyway. What about? Are you one of these people? Because here's another pet peeve.
Yeah.
Are you one of these people that you're taken off and then the chairs can go back?
Oh, yeah.
Are you one of those that goes full like I'm going to get it far back as possible just to make the person behind you space as significant as possible?
Okay, there's two schools of thought here, all right? And I've thought about this at length.
Yeah, no.
All right, listen, I've thought about this song at length because I've done quite a bit of traveling, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's all about, being considerate, right? Obviously, they go back a certain way, right?
Yeah.
And they're made to go back. So everyone expects that at some point during the trip, you're going to go there, right? You just can't go there as soon as you reach altitude, right?
People are back, dude. People are like, you just
I don't agree. I don't agree with that. You got to give a bit of leeway. You got to give a moment's grace. People chair etiquette, right? So give it like 20 minutes, half an hour.
Does it really make a difference?
Usually I wait till after the drinks cartons, like a cart has gone past and I've had a drink, I've had my beer and my whiskey or whatever I have, right?
Right, yeah.
Do that. And then I simmer down some. Then it's time to relax and unwind, and then you can put your seat back. But those people that do it straight away, get out.
And because they can also leave it back as well when you get served your food and things as well, right?
Oh,
so you're encroached upon by their hideous self already, and then you're trying to eat your food. Yeah,
that's some bullshit. Yeah, that's some bullshit. I mean, it all depends on obviously what class. If you're flying coach or premium economy, like the seats in premium economy are a little bit bigger, and you can it's all right if someone in the front like reclines, and then you can still use your tray. Well,
I generally aim to try, when I book a flight, try to get the ones that are against the wall.
Oh yeah.
I don't like having people behind me anyway. The best of times.
I like to sit on an aisle.
Aisle's good as well. I used to, because when you're growing up, I bet it was always like, I want the window, and then you're like, I'm trapped.
Yeah, but the window is good. Like after you get older, like after the novelty of looking out the window wears off, it's like you can rest your head against the wall.
Yeah, and you can sleep.
Yeah, but I like the ease of getting out when I want to.
Yeah, when you
have a pee. Yeah, I don't like to disturb people. See, it's all about being considerate, man. Yeah. All about being considerate.
But there isn't any etiquette.
Don't be a dickhead. You know what I mean?
Go on then. I'll let you go next.
That was mine.
Okay, I guess, but I kind of tagged onto the end of that.
Yeah.
All right. How are you feeling about dog owners not picking up their shit?
I mean, that's against the law, isn't it? That's how much of a pet peeve it is.
It's meant to be, but like they still do it.
Mate, thank fucking it. Oh, I just swore really badly, but like, thank God you don't live in France.
Dude, it's like...
No, I mean, that literally that shit is everywhere. You know what I'm saying?
It's just not cool, is it? It's just it's really not cool.
Just pick it up, man. Pick up the poo.
But then, have you ever seen those people that always have like, they're in trouble? The dog does the biggest turkey on the sidewalk, and they're like, oh, and they haven't got a bag with them. Those kind of walkers.
Not only that,
they're thinking about it. They're like, and they're attempting with a little napkin or like a little piece of, and it's just like, oh no, dude, abort.
Oh wait. I've got a chewing gum wrapper in my pocket.
Yeah,
Maybe I can use that.
Or they're using their shoe to try to kick it up. It's all well and good if it's a hard one, a dry one. But when they got this big,
when they got that wet one,
they got that wet big dog one. It's like, no, what are you going to do, buddy? And everyone has to sit there and just sort of crowd around them and just watch.
I reckon they should just
watching what you're doing.
They should just take straws with them if it's a long running one. Or you know how like the babies, how babies when they get stuffy noses or runny noses, they give you those things. It's those suction things.
Oh yeah. We've got one for Murphy. Yeah.
Just use one of those to soup up that shit, sop up that shit.
No, dude. It's amazing actually how much shit is on the sidewalks, to be fair. It is. Yeah. It blows my mind.
Yeah.
And people are like just, completely don't care. They just don't care.
I mean, no 3-second rule in New York, you know what I'm saying?
No. But it is fun to watch people struggle with it.
It is fun to watch people struggle.
Well, because there's places where a dog can, it's like, and when they want to go in the worst sort of location or worst spot, it's super embarrassing, isn't it? It is. It's like, no, not here, no, oh, no. What?
It always just makes me laugh, like to walk past the dog just having a poo in the middle of the street. Because like, it's just like, they don't give a shit. They're literally just there. Hunched over, like just getting into it, just like, oh yeah, it's happening right now. It's happening.
I've seen them do it in stores before as well. It's just like, this is why you don't allow dogs in stores, because it'll be your dog that really like embarrasses you and like basically literally shits on you, really, doesn't it? Because you're like, I've got to deal with this now.
I love that.
I'm going to kill you. Go on then.
Mine. All right. Yeah. Parking wardens. Yeah. Parking wardens.
That's a job. Someone actually does that as a job.
Yeah.
What's wrong with you? Why would you?
I'm sorry if we've got any parking wardens listening, but it's not the friendliest job about. And I think they work on commission, so the more that they get, the more they get paid, right?
Yeah, you would think so, because like I just bully. Well, they bullied school kids. It has to be, doesn't it? Really.
But the thing is, sometimes they put tickets on cars that don't merit it, right?
True. It's just an awful thing, isn't it?
Why? That leads me on to another one. Actually, I'm gonna tag into this one. I don't know if you have this term in the United States, the job's worth. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I know what you mean by a job's worth. Yeah.
Explain what job's worth to me.
Someone who may have, regardless of the job, you could say it's a menial job, you could say it's an important job, or whatever. But someone who takes that job so seriously when it necessarily doesn't require it. Someone who, at all costs, they make it life or death.
It's almost like it's just black and white.
All right.
right? Even to like the nth degree. I'm trying to think of an example, but I can't think of one right now.
You can't think of an example of a job's worth. Someone who like takes their job so really seriously, and they have to like you get sometimes when you're there's no leeway on anything, is there? They're like, I have to give you that ticket. I've written it. It's on the car now. It's on the car. I'm taking a photo. It's like, we'll just take it off the car and rip it up. And then, no, can't do that now, my friend. Sorry, it's on the car.
I was literally 1 minute late, or I had to run in.
No leeway. And they enjoy it as well. They can see you running. You're running with your bags, and you're just like, and they're like writing it, and they're watching you. And then just as you arrive, they slip it up. Oh, sorry, you just.
They must get off on it, man.
20 seconds over. 20 seconds
They must get on it. You can't park here. That's the other one. You can't park here. No, sorry. You can't park here.
Same as, okay, here's another job's worth. Like those people that go back to travel again, airplane people that check your bags.
Yeah.
Oh, you're over.
See, now that pisses me off. Do you know why?
£2. You're going to have to take it out, I'm afraid. Where would you like me to put it? In my ass? You know what I mean? It's like,
So like if you were to, like if you're £2 over, if for instance you put on 2 pounds of weight, right?
Yeah.
Would you get charged on that?
No, because if you're carrying a little bit of extra Christmas put weight, over the festive season,
as we all have done. We've all done that, Tam. We've all done that.
But if you've got like a little bit of festive spirit in your bag, a few holiday gifts or whatever, and they're like, no, you can't.
So get this. So if you got holiday festiveness gifts like chocolates and little puddings and stuff in your bag, right? And they're like, oh, it's £2 over. If you ate them in front of them, right?
That's what you should do.
And alleviated the bag, you'd be like, hey, magician, where'd the £2 go now, mate? Hey?
But you see those poor
they wouldn't charge you anymore.
No, but it's so embarrassing. They see those poor people at airports and they're like, sorry, you're £4 or £5. Like, not many people know what a pound. What's a pound? It's not as if they offer you the scale suddenly, is it? Like you can start weighing and pulling out all your personal belongings and
it's some bullshit.
It's hideous. Otherwise, you have to pay $300,000, for the extra.
It's so much £10.
Yeah,
I mean, I do get it. Like if they didn't put those rules in place, people would definitely take the piss.
You just put like a human inside.
And like I'd bring a freaking car.
I'll bring a friend in the case. Murphy be in the case. Should be in the case.
Do you know what I mean? It's like people would take the piss.
I don't know, though.
They'd look like when we first immigrated to freaking Australia, we had like 18 suitcases or some shit.
Yeah.
Like, do you know what I mean?
But like, things that you get into that argument about like the whole should it be done on weight, and then it becomes weightist and all the rest of it, and I just like I don't know, dude. It's hard.
I don't know. Maybe it should be like in ratio to your body mass.
Yeah, but we're getting into a whole sort of like world of like PC correctness and things like that. But I mean, it does offend you if you're going up there and you're thinking, and then you look behind you and there's an 800-pound person behind you, and you're like, well, hang on a minute, are you prepared to accept this much weight, but you can't take an extra few pounds from my bag?
It's like if it's. I mean, everyone weighs different, right?
Of course.
So I don't think those extra pounds make a difference. They're just petty.
Yeah,
it's
a scam, dude. It's a scam. It's a pet peeve scam. It's a scam. That's how they make their money. It is. What about people who don't fail to signal when they're driving?
Yeah, that pisses me off.
Oh, dude.
It doesn't take much. Just flick it, man.
Just flick it. That could have been in America versus UK, because people in England actually are pretty good at signaling. They use their indicators and signal. And here, no one uses the indicator.
No one gives a shit.
No one gives a shit. They've all got 4x4s, all gas guzzlers, and they just like swerve in and out, do what the fuck they like. They do.
I reckon I've got a theory. I reckon it's because America's so expansive, right? Most people aren't used to driving in cities like we are, right?
Yeah.
So when you're driving in like on a highway or open roads and stuff, it's like they don't see the need to use one because it's quite obvious you're going to change your lane. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I don't know.
But in a city, it's like everything's closer to you, and it's like you depend more on it. I think that's
still laziness. It's still etiquette. And
having said that,
safety. What about safety? What about
having said that, in France, it's the same thing. People don't use their indicators
because they don't work.
Yeah.
Because they've all got
Shoddy
like,
French electrics.
yeah, because they've all got bodged cars that don't work. Yeah.
Get the Citroen C2. It's like, oh, yeah, sorry. Haven't had
Le citron, le citron.
mon intermittent ne marche
Yeah.
pas. Ne marche pas.
Le shitty car.
Le
No,
Citroen.
dude. They've all got big cars here which all work, and none of them want to use their signals. It's infuriating. Could you imagine that if there were loads of roundabouts here? Because they don't have roundabouts here. So you in England for safe, you could not get away with that shit in England.
No, because you need to use signals in a roundabout.
Because otherwise people die. You know what I mean?
People die. People die.
Yeah, come on.
I'd love to see more roundabouts in this country. It would confuse the shit out of them.
Yeah,
they would confuse the shit out of you.
There'd be pile-ups.
Oh, mate.
They wouldn't know what they were doing.
But imagine New York with roundabouts.
It'd be carnage, wouldn't it?
It'll be like it'll be like the Griswolds when they go and see, hey, look, kids, Big Ben. How's a Parliament? Just like for hours, just not being able to exit the roundabout.
Yeah, they would. Yeah, because they don't know. They just literally go round and round because they don't use their signals, so they can't get off. Yeah,
amazing.
For sure.
That's amazing. My turn. Hold on, I've got a list. This is kind of against you though.
Go on, then.
Loud talkers.
Go on.
You know, just anything loud. I think it goes back to like my dad, because my dad growing up.
What are you saying? I'm a loud talker.
No, mate, you've got the slightest voice in the world, Tam.
Well, I make myself heard when I want to.
Have you seen yourself in the show?
Yeah. Loud.
Have you heard? Should I say, have you heard yourself in the show?
Yeah. Sometimes I scare myself. You know?
Yeah. Sometimes you scare me.
Yeah.
Anyway, so I think it goes back to when growing up, my dad was, I say a bit deaf, but he's quite deaf in one ear, and he's just so loud. He's like. He's just so freaking loud, man.
Yeah, I get it. People
like even when he's trying to be quiet, he's loud. But the thing is, that happens to me too, and I don't realize I'm being loud. So it's one against me too. It's like anything loud, like loud eaters is another one.
Oh no, I can't bear that. No, when they're slopping
like loud
all over
munching.
the place. Yeah,
there's a disorder for that. Yeah.
Yeah, but that's not an excuse. That's just called manners. And so many people don't have any. It's awful, dude. Oh no, loud eaters is like horrendous.
Yeah,
slopping about all over the place.
Yeah,
no, that's not cool at all.
Anything loud, let's keep the minimum down. Having said that, I sing really loud as well. So
no, what about like people that talk really loud on the phone as well? So you can literally hear you're in their conversation.
Oh, that's
you're like, all right, mate. Like, what's happening right now? Am I in your phone call? It's like, because it feels like it. Like, you know, like especially on trains and like nothing worse than on public transport or anywhere like that. And you're literally hearing someone's conversation. Because I get really shy and embarrassed when my phone goes.
Same. I'm like, oh God, please.
I can't talk. I generally will hang out and say, I can't talk to you right now. I've got to go. I'm on the train. And you hear those other people, yeah. Fucking hell, man. What's going? So people having full on FaceTime on trains. I'm like, what's going on right now? No.
Right. I'm so quiet. I'm like, yeah, hey babe, I'll give you a call later. Yeah, I can't talk now.
It's cringe. People, it's another one. People stop doing it. Just don't do it. It's rude.
Yeah.
And no one wants to hear you talking about, and like people here are shameless as well. They literally will have full on arguments on New Jersey Transit.
Oh man,
all kinds of shit. Like this lady the other day, there was this girl, and she was having a go at her, like proper having a go at someone, full out loud screaming down the phone at somebody. I was like, oh, this isn't cool. Maybe you want to take this off. Maybe you want to take this off the train and sort of deal with your issue somewhere else for a proper argument. It's like, oh no, I don't want to hear that. I don't want to hear that.
People that have proper arguments, like out in the open. Like I was at dinner the other day, just sitting there at a table, and then like I was quite close to the next table, and it was this woman and this guy, and she was just laying into him, man, telling him everything that was wrong with their relationship and why it was his fault. Like it's like, you have no consideration for my feelings. You always do.
Oh my God.
You're never there for me. You never call. It's like work always comes first with you. You don't have time for me. And I'm sick of it. And it's like, he's just sitting there taking it, man. I was like, I felt like I just wanted to give him a hug, man. I wanted to turn to him and just like, fuck, I'm sorry, dude. Like, just like fully laying into him.
Oh my God. That reminds me of like one story. Well, it's not got nothing to do with this at all, but like we were driving one night home, Kem and I, and this car was screaming by the side of us, but it was pretty busy roads. So he was clearly trying to get ahead and screeching in between. And then literally about 100 or so meters ahead, he literally pulled up in the center, stopped in the center of the road. This guy got out of the car, and just started walking. Literally started walking up the hill. And you could hear screaming from the car as it was going past. Like, so there was clearly a big argument going on in the car. And literally, then the next thing, as he was walking up, the girl gets out of the car. She's going, "Where are you going? Where are you going?" He was like, "Fuck, peace step. Fuck this, I'm out." He literally peaced out and just left the car, left her, and was walking up the hill. I was like, oh my God. It was so good. He was like, "Nah, I'm gone. I'm done." He literally just left
out.
Yeah, dude. I'm talking about on a freeway kind of thing as well. Like situation where you cannot leave the car there. Really unsafe. He's like, "I'm out. I'm done. I ain't listening to you anymore. I'm done. Bye bye." It was so good. Kem and I were like, "Oh shit, that seems pretty serious."
Kem.
Oh
my God, that was a good one.
Yeah, that's not really a pet peeve, but that's but
that was a good story. That was a good anecdote, I believe it's called. Oh my God,
I've got another one for you.
Go on.
Because we have two of them, and people who have them will understand the pain that this causes to me, especially on a daily basis. Cat shit. It's a cat, specifically litter boxes.
See, I'm glad because I don't have cats.
You cannot imagine the rancidness of the smell of cat litter boxes, dude. We have them.
Don't get me on cats, though. Don't
they're in the boxes in the basement.
How I feel.
The boxes in the basement. The boxes in the basement. There's two of them. I've never known two cats shit as much as these two cats do. It's unbelievable. I'll clean it daily.
Bro, you got to clean that shit out, literally.
No, I do clean it out, but like daily I come back and there's like 8 to 10 shits. I'm like, how many shits do you have? This is not possible.
Are you feeding them too much?
No, I don't think we are. But here's the thing. So I think, okay, everyone's got to go and they've got to go and they're just doing their thing. But I will walk in through the back door and the cats are in the basement. And I know when they've gone. And the worst thing about cat trays is the ammonia piss. I walk through the back door and I'm hit by a wall of ammonia and my eyes start watering. And it's horrendous. There's nothing worse than that smell. I'll give me 50 diaper changes.
Really?
Yeah, dude. I'll deal with explosion.
Worse than a nappy?
Yeah, cat piss is it's just rancid.
Nappies are bad, dude.
No, dude, rancid. And no matter, it just doesn't seem to go. It's that ammonia. Oh, people will know. People who have them will understand.
Yeah,
and I do my best. I clean it all the time and put those little odor shakers. What do they do? Rubbish. This fucking odor shakers you put in there. You're like, oh, this will do it. It just smells worse. Like ammonia mixed with like lavender. Like who needs that? Lavender with piss. Do you know what I mean?
This is classic. This is classic Tam rant, and I'm here for it. I'm here for it hard. This is brilliant.
No, it's not work. They don't work. And the litters, like world's best cat litter doesn't work. Doesn't get rid of the odor. No odor. It does.
Bullshit.
Still stinks.
Bullshit.
They
bullshit.
Stink.
Prove it. Take the smell away. Take the smell away. Eat it. Okay, here's another one. I got another one already.
Go on.
When you're waiting, I think English people do this very well, right? And it's not until you get to the continent, like places like Spain, France. I've been on tour in China as well, extensively, and so I'm well traveled, so I've got quite a bit of experience in this.
Go on.
It's people that can't queue. Queue cutters, right?
Line cutters.
Like, just wait your freaking turn, man.
No, dude, they don't do it.
Right?
They don't do it. No.
It's like in Spain and like Italy, and South America as well. It's like it tends to be pretty bad. Like you're waiting for like the box office or something, and it opens, and it's like everyone's just like, whoo, a wave of people. It's like, what's the equivalent of not queuing? It's like elbows, like stick your elbows out and start punching people.
I've heard China's pretty bad for that.
Oh, it's horrible. It's really bad. It's like there's no queuing system. There's no system.
No, I totally get it. I mean, they sort of do and they're not bad at it here, I guess. Although saying that, I can add on to that. Here's another one. One that drives me. What? It's like it's a travel one again. But like when you're on a public transport and you go to get off, and then suddenly 800,000 people are trying to get on the train and you're trying to get off of it.
Oh,
and
that's horrible.
You're like, dude, just
wait.
If you let me off, there's more space on here for you to get on.
Yeah. or people that don't move down in the train when it's packed. Move the fuck down. Move down. Well, there's no monster down there. There's no train monster that's going to eat you if you don't move down.
I can't bear it. Like you literally pull into a station, you go to get off, and then everybody's piling, and you're like, where do you want me to go? I can't climb over you. What do you want me to do? Turn into Spider-Man. I can't do that.
Excuse me.
Just give me a second.
Excuse me. Hi. Yeah. Do you mind moving down? Sorry. Yeah. Move down. Move.
They don't do it though. But like, there's another one on this as well. So like recently, obviously, we've had this COVID thing, haven't we? Yeah. And like on my New Jersey Transit, listen to this shit. So if anyone works on New Jersey Transit, you need to sort this out pronto. I've tweeted it a few times. They don't do it. Nothing.
He's done the max. He's done the max. So, I've tweeted. Oh my God.
So you'll get on the train and it will be rammed. And I'm saying like rammed. And it's obviously people have to wear their masks and they're really strict. You have to wear if you haven't got your mask, you're off. If you haven't you're not allowed to eat or drink on the train. You're not allowed to and so, but it's full, dude. So like, especially like after a show and there's been a game on. So you go from Penn Station, obviously Madison Square's there. So there'll be concerts and games and stuff.
It's busy.
It gets really busy.
Yeah.
So you'll get on the train and you're like, there's nowhere to go. But then you'll notice that there's 3 cars that they have, which are closed off. I'm like, excuse me, why are these cars closed off? Oh, yeah, because you have to be in this area. I'm like, but it's COVID. It's packed. There's COVID. It's supposed to be 6 feet apart, and like, you can't speak to me. You have to speak to the conductor. I'm like, what? What are you talking about? Just open the car so we can all have a seat.
That's stupidity.
I've had the amount of arguments I've had with conductors and people about that. Eventually, they have to cave because you just start shouting COVID, and then they'll let. There's COVID in it. You start coughing. Just start coughing.
Dude, that happened to me, but not on a train. Like I was in a cafe. Like this is pre-COVID times. I was in a cafe up in Harlem when I used to live up there, and I went in. I used to go in all the time, and then suddenly things changed, and I was like, I went in, and there was no one in there. There might have been 2 people in there, and I went to sit in one specific part of the cafe, and they went, no, I'm sorry, you can't sit there. You can't sit there. I was like,
you've used this one. You've told us this one on the podcast.
I was like, I'm going to tell it again because I feel this strongly about it. And I was
Name
like,
and shame.
Sit there. I was
What's
like,
the place called?
I can't. It's apparently it's all changed and its management's all changed and it's like a bar.
It doesn't matter now, does it? Well, let's find out. Let's see.
It was I actually can't remember the name. I don't want to say it.
He knows it. He knows it. He bowled it.
But I felt so strongly. I did the social media thing. I was like, this is unacceptable. I pay for my food and I would like to sit where I want. I would like some space. I was like,
damn straight. It's like, it's crazy to me. Like these rules. Again, that's a job. That's an example of a job's worth though.
There you go. That is a job's worth. See?
Job's worth.
Job's worths.
Jobs worths are everywhere. They're everywhere. All right, I've got another one for you.
All right, go. How are we doing for time?
I don't know. Who cares? Let's just keep going. I'm sure this will be a pet. People will want pet peeves too. I'm sure of it. Unripe avocados.
Oh, mate.
Dude, unripe, when they serve you, have you know the anger
I know
my wife gets when she is served. And if you want to see rage, if you want to see pure rage hell, serve my wife an unripe avocado in her sandwich. And
because she's eating wood. It's like,
dude,
it's like eating a piece of Lego.
Do you know what? Do you know what's really fascinating to me about it? Is like, well, it's not fascinating. It's just fucking annoying. I'm pardon the French, but it's the fact that they know that the person who's made that sandwich knows, yeah, this ain't ripe. screw
Do it anyway.
It's going in anyway.
It's going in anyway.
It's like chances are this is coming back, but I'm gonna
chance it.
I'd
rather chance it. What's the worst that can happen?
Like, it's not right, dude. Why are you serving that up? It's like rubber avocado. You can't. Come on.
It's not rubber, because rubber at least got some texture to it. That shit's like biting into like metal. It's so hard.
I don't understand it. I've never understood it, and they will continually do it. You can't do that.
You can't do that with an avo.
No,
can't do that with an avo.
Avocado is such a good, and you really look forward to it. So you really, and it's so expensive as well. Like a little add-on of avocado. Imagine serving guac, rock hard guac. You wouldn't do it, would you? You couldn't do it. So
rock hard guac sounds like a band.
I've got another one.
All right.
I've got another one for you.
What?
This one drives me crazy. And again, my wife is a culprit. She's getting bosh today.
She's getting, mate.
But
you better be careful.
It's generally food thing. There is a theme here though. I am really, with food, I get really sort of like edgy about food. I don't like really sharing food, or you know what I mean. I'm not really good with it. I'm not like, if I got something, it's mine. So this is what I'll do. This is what I'll do, right? I'll make a concerted effort. There are two parts to this, and my mother-in-law does this as well, which drives me crazy as well. There are two parts to it. So the first part is like, you'll come in, hi honey, hi, or to anybody, and whoever does this, you need to stop.
Yeah.
Does anybody? I'm just going to make some food. Does anybody want anything? Nah, I'm good, thanks. I'm good. I'm all right. You sure you're not hungry? No, I'm good. Honey, do you want any food? No, I'm good. I just ate a little while ago. Okay. I'll make myself something.
I know what you're going to say. I
sit down. I'm really excited about it. I just sit down. It looks delicious. Suddenly these heads appear. You know what I mean? It's like, just like, oh, that looks nice. Can I have a bite? No! You can't have a bite. I just asked you, are you hungry? No, I'm not hungry. So now you're suddenly hungry because you've seen my food. This is mine. And then they make you feel really bad because you like don't want to share it. Because I think about it's like, fine, be like that then. I just won't have any. No, if you can be self, that's fine. Be selfish. I'm like, how's it? I offered to make you food. You said no. You weren't hungry. This is now my food, dude. The other one.
What is that? Why is that?
I don't know. It's just I have a thing about it, and I don't know why they do. Maybe
they don't want a full portion.
No, Ken always says to me, "Oh, because you always make things look so nice, so I always want it when I see it. I don't know what you're having until I see it, and then I want it." I'm like, nah.
Do you know what you should do? Every time you make a meal, take a picture of it, stick it on top of the fridge, stick it on the fridge, and be like, "Hey, babe, I'm making some food. This is what it looks like. Do you want some?" You know what I mean? Do you want this?
Or when I finish, make it literally go lock myself in another room, and you'll just hear like, boom, 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 boom. What are you eating?
Lock yourself in there with the cats and the catnip. Just be like eating food.
Yeah, the ammonia bleeding myself. Here's another follow-on verse. This is what my mother-in-law does. So you sit down.
Don't knock the manager. Don't do that to your mother-in-law.
No, because the people will know this. No, people will know, and she knows she does it, and people know this, and people who experience this will know what I'm talking about. You're in a restaurant and you ordered some food, right? It's a similar sort of thing, and you think, okay, everyone orders their food. You order your thing. I order my thing. Kim orders her thing. Mother-in-law orders her thing. We all sit down. The plates arrive. Your mother-in-law's reaching over on your plate, taking something before you've even had a bite.
Don't touch my food. Don't touch my food.
Whoa! What are you doing?
What are you doing?
What are you doing?
Don't touch.
I've not even sampled it myself yet. Oh, okay. Sorry.
No.
That is no. That's a no. I think that's really rude. Actually, I do think that's rude.
So you're saying your mother-in-law's rude?
No, I'm just saying that's not a
mate,
good.
You just said your mother-in-law was rude. I told you not to bring up mother. Do you want me to edit this out?
Yeah, maybe. She won't mind. She knows what I mean. Because we called her on it. We have actually called her on it as well.
Really? What did she say?
Because she does it because like my father-in-law as well. Like, bless him, he's so sweet as well. She's just like eating his dinner off his plate before he's eating. I'm like, are you gonna let her do that? Like, tell her to wait.
Are you gonna stand for this?
Are you gonna
this injustice? What's the matter with you?
This is a
backbone, man. What's the matter with you? You can take our food, but you never take our freedom.
It's true. Come on. Just like let me have a bite first. Then you can have your fill. Go for it.
Maybe she just wants to test it in case it's poisoned or something.
Oh no, it's not that.
It's definitely.
It's like if you wanted this, you would have ordered this. But you know, it's because it's one of those people that when there's those. And here's another one. You know when like
shit, here we go.
There's another one. You know when you're like whoever you're with someone and they're like, oh yeah, what should we have? Maybe we could do a share. I'm like, nah. Share this sharing thing.
I've got another one.
And they force you to sort of lead you or force, aka force you into having a meal that they want, but they also want another meal. And then before you know it, they've got 2 meals and you've got none. Do you know what I mean?
I've got one. Yeah, I've got one. I've got a pet peeve. Here we go. Hey, babe. So what are we eating tonight? I don't know. I'm not sure. You decide. Okay, cool. Let's have burgers. No, I don't feel like burgers. Oh, okay, cool. Pizza. We're having pizza. No, I don't want pizza. Cool. I'll make some pasta. No, I don't want pasta. What the fuck do you want? Like, what do you want? Everything I'm suggesting, you don't want. You said you choose. Like, what? What do you want?
That's so good. That's so true. That's true. It happens. That's happened to me.
Like, yeah. You know what? I'm going to have some toast. You sort yourself out. All right.
Yeah.
Right?
Or then it's something outlandish. Like,
oh my God.
I really fancy some of that green Thai curry that, I ain't standing here 4 hours making green Thai curry. I want to eat tonight.
First of all, do we have the ingredients? No. Great.
Yeah. Then you're in the car driving to the store because they always win. Because you're going to lose. It's like, okay, honey, I'll go to the store. What do we do? Coconut milk? And no store's got fucking coconut milk, might I add. So you're driving around 16 stores looking for. Do you have coconut milk? Nah, sorry, no coconut milk. Oh, brilliant. Okay, don't worry. I'll try the 10th store down the road.
Now.
It's true. Or that palm. Do you have palm sugar? Where are you getting that? Do you know what I mean? It's like, I really need green curry. Really need it. I'm like, oh God, okay, yeah, it's a good one.
Oh my God, that was a good one. Sorry, I just thought of that one. All right.
What about? I did have another one actually. It was food related, but I can't remember it. It just went out of my head because I was giggling too much. What about people that walk slow and drive too slow?
Oh,
those slow walkers. Especially when you got to be somewhere, they're like ambling like real.
I'm all for a slow walk. In
the right place.
Do it in the countryside. Do it in the mountains. Do it in the forest. Don't do it in New York City down 9th Avenue. All right? Don't be a dickhead. Sense the tone. Go with the flow of the river.
It's so true.
Right?
It is. It drives you crazy.
There's a New York pace and there's a country pace. Don't do country pace in New York.
You can tell when there's tourists in town or people like that and they're looking at everything like they're not paying any attention. You're like, you're in the way.
Get out, move, get out.
There's an addition to that, umbrellas, dude.
Umbrellas.
When people, there should be an umbrella etiquette, I think, because they are lethal objects. People don't know how to use them.
Oh, 100%.
You're walking through and people have your eyes out. They're swinging them all over creation.
Yeah.
Before you know it, you got stabbed in the face 15 times. You just want to go to work.
Yeah, this is true. But they are a very handy thing to have.
They are handy, but they are also lethal, especially when there's masses of them and you're trying to get down Fifth Avenue, for example. And everyone's got an umbrella down Fifth.
Yeah, but it's like, why would you carry an umbrella in heavy public situations? You wouldn't. You just don't.
They do. They
I just put it down. I put it down, and I walk until I'm clear of people, and then it goes up like a little flower.
Like a little flower.
Like a little protective flower.
What about what's your feeling on escalators? An escalator.
Escalator. Stand to the right. Stand to the right.
Stand to
the fucking right.
Stand to the right.
Stand to the right.
So people on the left can walk up and get to where they need to be. What about those people that just stand? You always got one fucker. You always got one fucker who stands at the very top and doesn't move. And you have to go, come up, wait.
I tap him on the shoulder. I'm like, excuse me, can you move?
No, because you're always like 4 or 5 feet. Well, you can't get to them, and they'll just stand there, and it's the slowest elevator as well. But people do yell out, but they don't care. They don't.
I've got another one. This is totally. I've just remembered. It's a British American thing. When you go to the pub and you get a beer, right?
This is the one I was going to say to you.
You know what I'm going to say?
Yeah, I know.
You go to the pub and you get a beer, right? And I shit you not, in America, sometimes the head is a quarter of the glass that you get of a beer. I'm like, and then, right? Like I go back up and I'm like, excuse me, can you just, pour it to the top, please? And they look at me like I've taken a shit on the bar. Like for real. Like, what?
It's true.
Like fill it up to the top.
It's true.
Give me a full pint.
I don't understand that.
It's illegal in England to do that.
No, if you do that in England, you will get scolded.
Yeah, 100%.
Proper scolding.
Give it the full beer. Actually, having said that, I was at a burger on the Upper West Side the other day, and I got a beer, right? And the guy actually said, "Oh, here we go." I made it a point to fill it all the way up to the top, and I was like, "Good lad." He must have heard my accent, and he was like, "There you go." It must have happened to him before.
Yeah,
right?
see,
but that's the only place that it's ever happened to me, in a bear burger on the Upper West Side.
You can't do it. It's just because you paid for that as well, and you're like, it's like
I want my money's worth, boo.
Yeah, I don't
want to pay for, boo.
I don't want a mouth of foam. I want actually to have everything I
want a mouthful of Pilsner. Thank you very much.
What about people talking in movies?
No, get out. Get out,
dude.
Get out.
People haven't really experienced that much recently, obviously, because COVID, and now that movie theaters are open again. Well, they've been open a little while, I guess. And people literally have full-on conversations.
Yeah,
full-on conversations.
Yeah, it's horrible.
Why do they do it? Why are you doing that? It's like they feel like they're in their living room. And
you're not in the living room. You're with people. It's like talking in theaters as well. It's the same shit.
Yeah, it's not cool.
Don't do it.
It's
just consideration for your fellow human being, for your fellow man.
People answering their phones in cinemas and people actually answer their phones and start talking as well. It's mind blowing. Yeah. So rude. Rude.
We've been talking for a long time.
Yeah, we should probably
we should probably finish. And that's that. Thanks for the podcast. It was just like 45 minutes of ranting.
Yeah. Well, I thought about
this will be our most popular one.
Yeah, probably. We haven't played any games or anything today.
Mate, we don't need to play games. This is not a pet peeves. It's not a laughing matter.
It's not really it's not really it's not really for games, is it?
We don't need it. We'll just put the booze rants.
Have you got a Ricky's Rex for this week though? That might be quite good.
Ricky's Rex. Yeah, I would have said fill your beer up to the top. And that would have been my Ricky's Rex. You know what I mean?
What about that one you told me the other week? I really like this one. This is a good one. You know when you're doing,
What?
Did
you just mouth it so people couldn't see it because we're on video?
Yeah, because I wanted you to think of it for yourself.
What is it?
You know the one where like to do with washing.
Do charades. Play charades so I can see and then no one else can hear.
No, the one, the washing one.
Mate, yeah. The thing is,
Ricky's Rex.
My Ricky's Rex. All right, here we go. Ricky's Rex. My dishwasher's broken, and it has been ever since I had this apartment. Right. So I'm like, it's just me. I don't need a dishwasher. All right. So I'm all for the pre-soak. Right. Dishes, leave them in there for a bit, have a pre-soak, and then. It just gets rid of shit easier. People do the pre-soak. Pre-soak's good.
Pre-soak?
Yeah, pre-soak. That's Ricky's Rex. Have a pre-soak.
Okay.
And also, if you're cooking, clean as you go. That's what I say.
Oh, that's a good one, actually. I do try
clean as you go.
Yeah. I do try to. As I'm sitting here talking now, I've so many more pet peeves coming in my head. So many more. Maybe we have to do another one at some point.
Maybe. Oh, do you have a scuba of the week?
I do have a scuba of the week, but I'm not 100% sure if we can actually hear it because I don't know if I set up the audio for it. Let's have a look.
Scooby-Dooby-Doo! Scooby-Dooby-Doo, where are you? We got some work to do now.
So here is this week's Scoob of the Week.
call my home sweet home.
Play it again, play it again, play it again, play it again. So exposed.
America, my home sweet home.
It's so exposed as well.
Oh, you need to listen to it. Do it one
One
more
more
time.
time.
Listen to the crowd afterwards. Poor guy.
Bless America, my home sweet home.
Very good.
That's good, right?
That was a good week. That was a good podcast.
Yeah, it was pretty good, I think. That was funny.
Thanks for joining, everyone.
I'm glad we enjoyed it. I don't know if anyone else is going to enjoy it.
I mean, I had a ball.
Thanks, everybody. Thanks for joining us.
Thanks
Once
for joining
again,
us.
Bants with Boo. Enjoy lovely Ricky rehearse.
Thank you very much.
Say goodbye, good friend.
Goodbye, bye. Goodbye, bye.
Goodbye. Goodbye. Bye-bye. Bye.
Bye, 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 bye.
See you next week.